go around the other way. Right on. How you feeling?
I'm great.
Yeah, looking great.
Thanks, brother.
That's gonna be good. So are we live now? It is live. So I'm gonna see if I can see the comments. Test. Test. I need to mute my... I don't want captions. Everybody can hear me. Hello, everybody. Hello, if you're tuning in and watching, please say hello. Please let us know where you're watching from. If you're in Portland, let us know what neighborhood you're watching from. Please introduce yourselves and say hi. We're so happy that you're joining us. We're going to get going in the next 5 minutes or so. We're just getting everything dialed in. It's quite the production here tonight. Hi, Brian. Thanks for the feedback that the sound is good. Haha. Sneak through.
Thank you so much.
Hello from people are watching from Rhode Island. People are watching from Sacramento, from Bellingham. Hello. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Katie. Hi, Jan. Watching from Seattle. Wish you were there. Thanks, Amy. Wish you were here too. It looks like I'm on the mic. Good evening. Are we starting or what? Just about. Okay. We're going to get started in just a hot minute. Thank you so much for being here. Many welcomes. We are live. We're good? Okay. Chirit, konosatatu. Good evening. Everybody, welcome to our live stream concert fundraiser for our favorite pub in the world, TC O'Leary's. We have a bunch of people here live at the pub, and if you can hear us live at the pub, can we get a big whoop, a big yip or something from you? Can you hear that, everybody who's watching? We have 23 people watching on Facebook, probably more on YouTube. We have Tony O'Leary watching from Dublin, and Karen. Hi, Tony and Karen. We have Carolyn Delaney watching from Fremont Street. Brian from Bend, Oregon. Yep, if you're just tuning in, let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to know. You're all very welcome. We have an excellent lineup for you tonight. And my name is Michael Steen. I'm going to be your host for the night. And this is a production of Icha na Nauron Night of Song, which is a monthly event we've been doing here at the pub for the last, 3 years or so. I don't even remember anymore. With COVID, how can you remember anything with time anymore? So I'm here live in what we're calling the laneway. If you haven't been to the pub in a while, everything to the west of the pub is this beautiful laneway that the city has let us use as seating. So we're live. We have 26 people watching. Hey Tamara, watching from Portland. And we have the brothers Mulligan here behind the camera and sound, Quinn and Finley. Yep. Are we good to get going? Should I get started? Cool. So you're all very welcome, and we're going to just start by acknowledging that we're on the ancestral territories of the Chinook Indian Nation, the Multnomah, the Clackamas, the Kalapuya, and many other indigenous peoples who've lived here for millennia. And we want to invite you to think about their land and the land that you're living on. It may be unceded territory. It may be ceded territory. If you're in Portland, you might check out hashtag Chinook Justice and the Chinook Indian Nation, and also check out hashtag Land Back, this movement thinking about maybe we might want to give land back to people who it rightly belongs to. So all that being said, wow, oh my gosh, we made it to this moment. Holy wow, there's so much going on in our world right now, yeah? Can you relate? We have a global pandemic. on the West Coast here, we have these results of climate change, these fires, these devastating fires, and the air quality. In Portland, we had terrible air quality. We have a presidential election in less than a month, or in about a month exactly, yeah. Fighting for our democracy there. We have... And Tom O'Leary has athlete's foot that he's been struggling with for a while. If anyone knows a good remedy for athlete's foot, just leave it in the comments, and we'll give it to Tom to help him out. He's itching quite a bit over here. So there's a lot going on in our world, and we love TC O'Leary's, and because of the COVID-19 pandemic, they have been going out of their way. They've been so inventive. They've been so resourceful in keeping their staff safe and in keeping us safe, their community and their customers. First, they were having people seated inside, but 6 feet apart. And then they added a barrier at the bar, right, so to keep the staff more safe. And then it was determined it would be safer if we just had all outdoor seating. So they moved everything outdoors, and they built all this stuff outside to keep that safe, including in the front of the pub, right? And now we're moving into the winter, right? We're in the Pacific Northwest. We're coming into the rainy seasons, and we need to get rain coverings for all of the outdoor seating, and also heaters to keep people warm, so they can come here year-round and enjoy the music, and we can support this local business that we all love so much. So I'm pretty excited to tell you that we have a goal tonight of raising $5,000 for TC O'Leary's, right? $5,000 so they can weatherize the pub for the winter. And right now, this was launched on Monday. Of the $5,000, ladies and gentlemen, we've raised $3,655 of $5,000. Let's give that a round of applause. Without a note being sung. So we have approximately $1,400 to raise. Maybe somebody can copy and paste the GoFundMe into the chat of the live stream so it's easy to find if it's not already a part of the video. And you can donate there, but we're asking everybody to donate tonight so we can reach our goal of $5,000. We have $1,400 left to go. So if you haven't donated already, please go ahead and donate. And I'm going to invite Tom O'Leary, our publican, our owner of the pub, to come say a couple words about the night, and then I'm going to sing you a couple songs.
Hello there, everybody. Hello, everyone around the pub. Give us a big cheer. I may have a little gift for all of you. The wonderful company Slane have offered this beautiful gift. I know there's screens around the pub, so you might be able to see. We have this beautiful record player. Bluetooth, would you believe? If you buy a Slane whiskey tonight, the money goes towards our wonderful weatherizing project. You'll get a raffle ticket for each whiskey you have. And there's a chance you'll win that record player. So take that into consideration when drinking seriously. Or, yeah, taking drinking seriously. We do here. We do here at O'Leary's. So, O'Leary's is here 4 years. In this particular case, a huge part of the reason why we're here is because of the music. The man who you've just heard, who's kind of opened up for us here, Michael Steen, has been an enormous gift to us here. And yet again, when the idea came for him to return with this very successful season of music with Ihana Howran, the first words out of his mouth are, "How can we help you?" And that's where this night has come from. So we have the surroundings of the bar on 3 sides filled with people. They've got screens on their side so they can watch the music and the event tonight. And we're hoping to hit 5,000. God, if we went above that, sure, we wouldn't be too worried either. We won't turn it down. It won't go directly into my Maserati fund, but we'll see. Well, we'll see. A small fee. Yes. So we're here almost 4 years. We have a wonderful community built up. The Night of Song is a wonderful event. Music 3 nights at the bar now. And it's going wonderful as we've had it outside now for a couple of months. The musicians will be going inside soon, of course, as the weather changes here. But we want people to come out and enjoy the outside space right through the winter. and hopefully the money raised tonight will help that. And also to take into consideration BYOB, bring your own blanket, stay warm. I kind of feel like we're going to be like an alpine resort, like a skiing resort, and everybody in the Northwest has ski gear. Come in your finest ski outfit, sit outside, have a mulled wine, an Irish coffee maybe, and enjoy. What was that? That was my father-in-law saying something in the background. We'll probably have him up to say a few words later on about the place. Michael has a great idea as well. Anyone in here who has a big mouth and likes to show off, we may give you a chance to get up and stand in front of the camera to say a few words about how great we are. The bar, I mean the bar.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, well maybe I should stop talking and step away and let you back in.
Yeah.
See what happens. Look at that now. I'm going to step away and fix that little Slane element.
right.
And let Michael back in.
All right, great. Thank you, everybody. Can you hear me in the front of the bar? Can you give me a yip in the front of the bar? Ho-ho! And what about on the side of the bar here? And what about in the back? Can you hear us in the back? And then what about on Facebook and YouTube? Leave a comment if you can hear us. Tom Reed says, we love you, Mookie. Karen says, hi, Amy Gillespie. Tamara says, Irish coffee. Yep, and Emily O'Sullivan says, ready for some cozy pub nights this winter. It's going to be brilliant. So, I'm going to sing you a couple songs. This is Icha Nauron, which is Irish for the night of song. And I have a couple songs for you, and then we just have a delightful lineup of entertainment for you to enjoy safely from your homes. So yes, this is a song that I got from the singing of Nelny Chroneen from the Muscree Gaeltacht in County Cork, called An Bohar Ó Huig, and I'll go into a jig from the singing of Elizabeth Cronin afterwards. So a little bit of something lively to liven up your spirits here, and then I'll sing you something more appropriately miserable for Irish traditional music after that. So let's see. An Bohar Ó Huig, an Bohar Ó Huig, an Bohar Ó Huig go trálí, an Bohar Ó Huig son congra duig, an Bohar Ó Huig go trálí, an Bohar Ó Huig, Ó Huig, Ó Huig, an Bohar Ó Huig go trálí, an Bohar Ó Huig son congra duig, san Bohar Ó Huig go trálí, es mal en nor a prati rost, es mal en nor an tímlo, es mal en nor am anachud fiolas, banyan na mos an icha, an Bohar Ó Huig, Ó Huig, Ó Huig, an Bohar Ó Huig go trálí, an Bohar Ó Huig son concara duig, san Bohar Ó Huig go trálí, te jarachas jas, te jarachas jas, te jarachas jas a chianin, te jarachas jas an glungadín tautsi, calín fad go clóra, an Bohar Ó Huig, Ó Huig, Ó Huig, an Bohar Ó Huig go trálí, an Bohar Ó Huig son concara duig, an Bohar Ó Huig go trálí, carig da chastis, carig da chastis, carig da chas a chianin, carig da chas de chrías de churpis, be mid galua I dráli, an Bohar Ó Huig, Ó Huig, Ó Huig, an Bohar Ó Huig go trálí, an Bohar Ó Huig son concara duig, san Bohar Ó Huig go trálí, down the green fields we'll jig it, and down the green fields we'll jig it along, down the green fields we'll jig it, and down the green fields we'll jig it along. When you go mowing you'll get her, yes, when you go mowing you'll get a young lass, when you go mowing you'll get her, yes, when you go mowing you'll get a young lass, under the stairs you'll get her, yes, under the stairs you'll get a young lass, under the stairs you'll get her, yes, under the stairs you'll get a young lass. Rum diddly die dee diddly diddly dum diddly die dee diddly dum dee rum diddly die dee diddly diddly dum diddly die dee diddly dum. Out in the kitchen you'll find her, yes, out in the kitchen you'll find a young lass, out in the kitchen you'll find her, yes, out in the kitchen you'll find a young lass. Come from the cooking we'll step it, yes, come from the cooking we'll step it along, come from the cooking we'll step it, yes, come from the cooking we'll step it along. Down the green fields we'll jig it, yes, down the green fields we'll jig it along, down the green fields we'll jig it, yes, down the green fields we'll jig it along. Rum diddly die dee diddly diddly rum diddly die diddly dum dee rum diddly die dee diddly dum diddly die diddly dum. Oh, rum diddly die dee diddly rum diddly die diddly dum dee rum diddly die dee diddly rum diddly die diddly dum. Good. Thank you. So this is a song. It might be. I got it from the singing last March. I was up at the Inishowen folk song and ballad seminar up in the Inishowen Peninsula. It takes place at the Ballyliffin Hotel. And I got this song from a singer there called Colum. I have a million things in my mind right now, sorting this whole event. I'll get you his name in a minute. Colum Toland, the singer Colum Toland. I tapewormed this off of him, and it's a song called The Wreck of the Cambria, and it's a song, it's a Come All Ye, and it invites people listening to rise up your hearts in sorrow and mourn along with me. So I'm actually inviting all of you, to a certain extent, we're living through this pandemic, right, and there's some 200,000 people of our country who've died during this pandemic, and I think 1 million around the world, and this is a song calling on a community to grieve, and the story of a shipwreck, and something that this is a story that really happened, and it was written from the perspective of the one person who survived out of the 179 passengers on board of the Cambria. Ye Irishmen, both one and all, wherever you may be, come, rise your hearts in sorrow and mourn along with me. It's of our gallant Cambria that was sunk to rise no more, with 179 on board, bound for the Shamrock shore. On the 14th of October last, from New York we set sail, on board our gallant Cambria, with a sweet and a pleasant gale. Each heart was glad, no one was sad, as our vessel she ploughed the foam. For we'd shortly embrace our loving friends down Erin's lovely home. 10 nights, 10 days we ploughed the sea, no danger did we fear. When at last all off our Irish coast the shore it did appear, each man and boy did shout with joy our toil and our troubles o'er. For we'd shortly embrace our loving friends down Erin's lovely shore. 'Twas down below all hands did go for to wait the morning light, when a dreadful shock on Scullion Rock did fill our hearts with fright. The passengers all rushed on deck as the stormy seas did torn, and our women's cries they did rend the skies, we're going down to rise no more. 'Twas fore and aft the seamen toiled as loudly roared the wind, when instantly 4 boats were hoist and launched all by her side. Her engine boom and engine room, they were all both wrecked and torn, and there's only one survivor ever reached the Shamrock shore. Our good ship, she was sinking fast, not far off Malin-Head, when the Reverend Father Brady knelt on her decks and prayed. He prayed to the God who rules the waves, our lives to protect and save. Oh, but he and his faithful followers shores met with a watery grave. Armagh, Tyrone, and Derry, and the county of Donegal. And Leitrim town does lament full sore our losses one and all. Sligo, Mayo with grief and woe, and Galway does deplore the loss of our gallant Cambria that went down to rise no more. So, maybe a little something, hey Suzanne, to lively up your spirits after that one. But it's important to honor grief. It's important to honor grief, isn't it? So, one more song for you. Tom, it's well known, the owner of this pub is from the south side of Dublin, and this is a song from Dublin that comes from the great singing of Frank Hart, and they just had the Frank Hart Festival online. It wasn't able to be at the Teachers Club this year, but shout out to Jerry O'Reilly and Luke Cheevers and Mari Nichronin and all those people putting on the online Mongolian singing sessions. So this is the Dublin song. It's a Dublin street song, The Spanish Lady, a version from Frank Hart, and then I'll step away, and we have an incredible lineup of musicians for you tonight. So thank you all for watching online. Thank you all for being so attentive and coming and supporting the pub. I love all of you. Thank you. All right. As I was walking through Dublin city, about the hour of 12 at night, it was there I spied a fair pretty female washing her feet by candlelight. Well, first she washed them and then she dried 'em, and over her shoulder she pegged a towel. And in all my life I ne'er did meet a maid so sweet about the soles. She had 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, none. She had 19, 17, 15, 13, 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. Well, I stopped to look, but the watchman passed. Says he, hurry on, fella, now the night is late, and away on home, or I will wrestle you straight away unto the Bridewell gate. But I caught a look from the Spanish lady, warm as a fire of ambry coals, and in all my life I ne'er did meet a maid so neat about the soles. She had 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, none. She had 19, 17, 15, 13, 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. As I walked back through Dublin city, as the dawn of day was o'er, oh, who should I spy but the Spanish lady, as I was weary and footsore. Well, she had a heart so filled with lovin', and love that she would long to share, and in all my life I ne'er did meet a maid who had so much to spare. She had 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, none. She had 19, 17, 15, 13, 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. Well, I've wandered north and I've wandered south, from Stony Batter to Patrick's Close, and up and around by the Gloucester Diamond and by Napper Tandy's house. But old age has laid her hand upon me, cold as a fire of ashy coals, and gone is the lovely Spanish lady, so neat and sweet about the soles. She had 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, none. She had 19, 17, 15, 13, 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. Oh, round and around goes the wheel of fortune. Where it rests now wearies me. Oh, fair young maids are so deceiving. Sad experience teaches me. Good Margaret, thank you. So, we have an amazing lineup for you tonight. I wish you could see how beautiful the pub looks right now. It's like a socially distanced heaven. Everybody is 6 feet apart. They're all enjoying a pint. It's just the magic that you get at TC O'Leary's. Nothing like it in the world. So next up, folks, we're going to hear from Niamh Brannigan. And Niamh, I have a little bit to say about her because she's a really special talent in our community, and I want to make sure that I honor her for what she's done. So Niamh is a 16-year-old Portland-based fiddle player, and this is her third year serving as the youth officer to the Cultus Kilatory Éireann, the Micheál O'Donnell branch here in Oregon. And, she's been regularly attending sessions in Cayley's. She's performed with many groups in and around Portland, and she recently attended the Fleadh Ceolna Éireann 2018 in her father's hometown of Drogheda, Ireland. Sorry, I'm nervous, so I'm stuttering. Drogheda, Ireland, and she received a silver standard rating for her fiddle playing as part of the 2020 Chicago competition for fiddle playing. So as a citizen of both the U.S. and the Republic of Ireland, she hopes to attend university in Ireland and study music. So let's welcome, if you will, a warm round of applause for Niamh Brannigan, who's going to play the fiddle for you.
Hello. All right, I'm going to play a set of tunes. I'm going to play 3 jigs, 2 reels, and 2 hornpipes. Honestly don't feel like listing all of them because I feel like that would be a waste of time. But if anyone wants to know what they are afterward, I will share that information.
That was Neve Brannigan. Thank you so much, Neve. That was beautiful. So we have 48 people currently watching on Facebook. Maybe if you've just chimed in, there's people passing by, that's fine. Just let us know where you're watching from. If you recently joined us, please chime in the comments where you're watching from tonight. And I also have a favor to ask of people watching. If you tuned in the last time we did one of these and we raised over $25,000 for the Black Resilience Fund, we had a whole professional crew, and this crew is amazing and professional, but we have a much smaller crew. And I'm wondering if people watching would be willing to periodically post the GoFundMe link in the chat of the Facebook Live. It's just something that we're operating with everything we have, and if people would be willing to do that from time to time, that would really help us. And an update on the fundraising, we're at $4,167 as of right now. This is for TC O'Leary's, and so we have about another 900 at least to go. So if you haven't donated yet, maybe consider going to the GoFundMe, making a donation, and we're going to move on next here. Or do we need another minute? A couple minutes, so I'm just going to keep chatting. Let's go to the chat here. Watching from Upland, California, Andrew J. Kister. Thank you for watching, Andrew. Hey, Bill from Sacramento. Thank you for watching tonight. Sean is watching from his back porch with a nice cold beer. Raymond is watching from Omaha, Nebraska. Ann Curtis says we're on it. Thank you for posting the GoFundMe here. This is a community-run event. Thank you, Emily O'Sullivan. Hats off to Emily O'Sullivan for posting that. Watching from Petoskey, Michigan. No way, Bill. I'm from Michigan. I grew up in Rochester, Michigan. Love Petoskey. Neve was amazing. I agree, Phil. Neve was absolutely amazing. Watching from Portland, only a few blocks away, Laura Proud says. Fantastic, Laura. That's wonderful. From Washougal, says Phil. Gotta love the Washougal River. Christina White. Hey, Christina. Miss you, friend. And we're ready to go. And Robert's dad is watching from Cape Cod. So what a thing. Anything from you, Tom, or should we keep on trucking here?
I think we're good to go. You can say hello to I'll say hello to my brother.
You have a quick hello. Okay.
Tony, I know you were there. I believe you were there from the start of this event. I hope you're there. A big hello to you and your gorgeous family. Hopefully we'll see you in a not too distant future.
All right.
Cheers.
All right, so next we have a very special member of our community called David Ingerson. He's a traditional singer who has really dedicated much of his life to the traditional songs of Ireland. So we're really in for a treat. So let's give it up and give a warm T.C. O'Leary's welcome to our very own David Ingerson, folks.
Thank you. Thank you. And as a traditional singer, I'll start off with a non-traditional song. This is it's actually a parody of Lanigan's Ball, which is an old traditional tune. It's written by Dermot Ryan and is very relevant for these days. In the town of Wuhan, some germs from an animal made a great leap and infected a few. Nobody thought it would be a pandemic, but now the whole world's in a hullabaloo. It didn't take long for the germs to go global in planes and trains and cruises by sea. Now locked in our homes and trying to stay sober, we can't even watch the live sports on TV. 6 long months in isolation, 6 long months doing nothing at all. 6 long months in isolation, this lockdown is driving me right up the wall. I tried to go out, got sent back in again. I went out again, straight back in again. Sick to death of this social distancing. Finish the lockdown for once and for all. Now the experts say to keep 2 meters distance and never to gather in couples and groups. And eating at home is a feckin' disaster. I'm fat as a fool eating pasta and soups. Now in the UK the virus was active. It got the Prime Minister in number 10. I hope Boris Johnson recovers completely so that we can call him a dickhead again. 6 long months in isolation. 6 long months without toilet roll. I wish to God that I had constipation because I got nothing for wiping me hole. I tried to go out, got sent back in again. I went out again, straight back in again. Sick to death of this social distancing. Finish the lockdown for once and for all. Now Trump took it lightly, there's no need to panic, we're under control, sure 'tis only a flu. He finally did what he promised his voters, America first in this virus too. 3 long years with Trump as president, 3 long years doing nothing at all, talking shite and blaming China while Mexico begs him to finish the wall. I tried to go out, got sent back in again. I went out again, straight back in again. Sick to death of the social distancing. Finish the lockdown for once and for all. Now the end is in sight, the curve it is flatter, but lifting the lockdown is yet to be seen. Staying at home and wearing a mask is the only solution to COVID-19. 6 long months in isolation, this planet has never looked greener before. But back to the grind to pay off the mortgage. The world, it just won't be the same anymore. There you are. Thank you. Thank you. Michael encouraged me to do a song in the Irish language. So here is a short one from 1798, from the Rising in 1798. Now, the interesting thing is that Southwest Ireland did not rise up during that rebellion, but all the other 3 provinces did, Ulster and Leinster and Connaught. And this is, the song is a form of a letter to the people of Munster saying, are you asleep? Are you blinded by a magical fog? Because we are rising up and singing the songs of our ancestors so that we can be free. Majin lún cin císean the leabhar an síofra sa glan. The Valadar na caga chun áchta éine bhain. The Crinemer Nardimpo is a lossa mercy. Stohogamer Kjodrikta Vigar Shinsheri Fado Ka will na muinig no an firga married bio Nar crinin shid nar dimpo gus cow ruling sa glow Morris Jack or Puerto Strica no clonogel do bird on our meal to duchas delish Vigar Shinsheri Fado like our ancestors long ago. There you are. Shene. Gurumila Magwiv. And since this is the beginning of October, I thought this song would be appropriate. It's the last day of October and the first day of November, Samhain, when the veil between this world and the other world is the thinnest and is very often crossed over. And this song is about such a situation and also the power of love and how it can overcome class and distance and even death. A wealthy squire lived in our town. He was a man of high renown. He had but one daughter, and a beauty bright, and the name he called her was My Heart's Delight. Now many's the young man to court her came, but none of them could her favour gain, until there came one of a low degree, and above them all, well, she fancied he. But when her father, he came to know that his lovely daughter loved this young man so, well, it's 50 miles he sent her away, all to deprive her of her wedding day. One night as she was sleeping in her bedroom, her love appeared from out the gloom. He took her hand and to her did say, My love, arise and come away. So with this young man she got on behind, and they rode swifter than any wind. Well, they rode on for an hour or more, till he says, My darling, my head feels sore. So a holland handkerchief she then drew out, and with it wrapped his poor head about. She kissed his lips, and to him did say, My love, you're colder than any clay. Well, they rode till they came to her father's gate. Get down, for the hour is late. Oh, get down, my love, and go to bed, and this noble horse will be groomed and fed. So she walked till she came to her father's hall. Who's there, who's there? Her own father did call. Oh, 'tis I, dear father, ye sent for me by such a messenger, Naaman he. Oh, no, dear daughter, this cannot be, for your words are false, and you lie to me. For in yon green valley your love was slain, and on yon green hillside his body lain. So the truth it dawned on this maiden brave, and with her friends she exposed the grave, to find her love, though 9 months dead, with a holland handkerchief around his head. Shinny, there you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. That was David Ingerson. If you've just tuned into our live stream, please leave a comment with where you're watching from. I see some familiar friends in the chat. I want to give a shout out to all 4 of you watching on YouTube. Shout out to all 4 of you watching on the TC O'Leary's YouTube channel. And if you've yet to subscribe, please subscribe to the TC O'Leary's YouTube channel. And then we have about 45, 50 or so watching on Facebook. So people are posting the GoFundMe in the chat if you want to go there. And we're going to go on with more singing, and then we're going to give you a fundraising update in just a minute here. So next up is someone who I'm very happy to say is a friend of mine. What's that? Yep. And she is driven down from Olympia, Washington today to sing for you, to sing for all of you. A really dear friend of mine who's spent some time in Ireland learning songs and is just a wonderful human being and a fantastic singer. So if you wouldn't mind, folks who are here, if you could give a warm applause, welcome to Kelly Miller, everyone. Yeah?
Hey there. really happy to be out of my house tonight. That's very exciting. First time this has happened in a while. As far as songs go tonight, David mentioned the rebellion of 1798, which was one of many times when Ireland attempted to throw off their British colonizers. And my first song is also from that, or it's about that rebellion. The song I'm going to sing is called Bula Vogue. There's many, many versions of it. I'm singing a version from the Joe Heaney archive. And it tells the story of a Father Murphy, a radical priest who got involved in the fight, which I just love. And the cool thing about Father Murphy, and part of why I like this song, is that at first he wasn't sure about the fight, the rebellion. He was like, I don't know if this is the right way to go about this. But then once he saw how passionate people were and how important it was, he got on board. And I feel like that's a really good energy for our election season that we're in right now. Like getting on board with the good fight, you know? So that's what made me want to sing this song tonight. Okay. At Boulevard, as the sun was setting o'er the bright May meadows of Shelmalier, a rebel hand set the heather blazing and brought the neighbors from far and near. And Father Murphy from old Kilcarmick set up the rocks with a warning cry. Arm, arm, he cried, I have come to lead you, for Ireland's freedom will live or die. He led us on 'gainst the coming soldiers, the cowardly yeomen we put to fight. 'Twas at the Harrow the boys of Wexford showed Bookie's regiments how men could fight. Look out for hirelings, King George of England. Search every land where breathes a slave. For Father Murphy from the county Wexford sweeps o'er the land like a mighty wave. We took Camelin and Enniscorthy and Wexford storming drove out our foe. 'Twas at Slave Kelta our pikes were gleaming with the crimson streams of our beaten foes. Oh, shit. Thank you. At Barneering and Ballyellis, full many a Hessian lay in his gore. Oh, Father Murphy had ain't come over the green flag flying from shore to shore. At Vinegar Hill, near the pleasant Slaney, our heroes bravely fought back to back. But the yours at Tullow seized Father Murphy and broke his body upon the rack. God grant you glory, brave Father Murphy, the light of heaven to all your men. For the cause that called you may call tomorrow in another fight for the green again. Thank you. Alrighty. So for my next song, I actually want to invite someone very special up to sing with me. We're going to sing a duet. So if Genevieve could get up here, that would be super duper. Genevieve happens to be my roommate and dear friend and cat co-parent at home. And quarantine has been a great time for us to work on some songs together. You want to bring the chair up? So Genevieve and I are going to sing an arrangement of English song, Let No Man Steal Your Time. And Genevieve actually told me the other day that time is representative of love, correct?
Yeah, all of the different herbs
have
a meaning.
We're talking THYME kind of time
Yes.
here. But the other kind of time, also don't let men steal that. Neither one. Okay.
Yeah. Come. Let's
Okay.
just hum the first bit.
Yeah. Okay. Come, all you fair and tender girls that flourish in your prime. Beware, beware, keep your garden fair. Let no man steal your time. Let no man steal your time. For when your time is past and gone, he'll care no more for you. And every place where your time was waste will spread all o'er with rue. Will spread all o'er with rue. The gardener's son was passing by. 3 flowers he gave to me. The pink, the blue, and the violet too. And the red, red rosy tree. The red, red rosy tree. But I refuse the red rose bush and gain the willow tree. So all the world could plainly see how my love slighted me, how my love slighted me. For woman is a branchy tree, and man a clinging vine, and from her branches carelessly he'll take what he can find. He'll take what he can find. Come all you fair and tender girls that flourish in your prime. Beware, beware, keep your garden fair. Let no man steal your time. Let no man steal your time. Shanae. You're going to be hearing more from Genevieve later on in the night. She'll be singing some songs by herself as well, so a little taste of what's to come. My final song is also some energy we need for 2020. I feel like it's about a guy who realizes that his romance is going nowhere, and he makes another plan, and he's like, okay, to hell with it. I'm going to do my own thing. So this is another song that there are a million versions of, but I like to sing Patty Tunney's version. This is Going to Mass on Sunday. Going to Mass last Sunday, my love, she passed me by. And I knew her mind was changing by the roaming of her eye. I knew her mind was changing to a lad of a high degree. Oh, Molly, lovely Molly, your looks have wounded me. Oh, unto you, Molly, you've proved to me unkind. You've plucked a thorny briar, left a sweet red rose behind. But the briar it will wither, and the day it will come soon, when the lovely blushing red rose will flourish and will bloom. I put my hand into my pocket, and a bottle I drew out, saying, drink a draught, my true love, for the stopper's already out. She said, you take the first drink and leave the dregs to me. For I have heard tell it is wagered well that wed we'll never be. I am going to America, where I'll find gold galore, that a journeyman will not despise, like my charming Molly, oh. But I wish you health and happiness as I err in my golden store. But still I grieve for the girl I'll leave on Ireland's emerald shore. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kelly. All right, so folks, if I can have your attention, please. I don't know if you can hear me over the mic or not. Can you hear me okay? Can the people in the back hear me though? Can all of you in the back hear me with the dog and everything? Yeah? Could someone give me a little yip or something back there if you can hear me? They clearly can't hear me at all. Oh well. So it is. So, folks, I have an update for you in terms of our fundraising goal for the night. And so I have to say that when I initially approached Tom and Siobhan about raising this money, they were very humble. If you know them, they're the most generous people. They'll give you the shirt off their back. And they were very humble. And they said perhaps 3,000 maybe. And I said, we're getting some, well, I won't make a comment on it. But so we said 3,000, right? And we almost raised 3,000 before the event even started. And then we thought, well, we should set a goal of maybe 5,000. And as of now, folks, we've raised $5,030 for TC O'Leary's. But the truth is that they were being very humble. Because really, to implement all of this rain equipment and all the technology needed to do the live music and the heaters to keep people warm, there's a lot more needed really to fund the assembly of it, the labor. So we've raised now our goal tonight to $7,000, ladies and gentlemen. $7,000. And I want to invite my friend Ruba up. So TC O'Leary's, if you've been here, is a magical place, as you know, and you meet community members, you make friendships here that are really special. It's a magical pub, and I think anybody here can attest to it. And I want to invite my friend Ruba, and this is a friend who I met through my event, through Ethan and Auron. She came to the event, and we met through the event and have become I'd like to say that I consider you a dear friend, Ruba. You're someone that I love very much. And Ruba's just going to speak for a minute or two just about what T.C. O'Leary's means to her and what the pub means for her, just to inspire you to get generous, to support this beautiful establishment, and help us meet our goal tonight of raising $7,000, ladies and gentlemen. $7,000. So I'm going to welcome Ruba.
I'm short. Well, I don't know how much what I have to say means, but DC O'Leary's was part of a new beginning for me here in Portland. I've been in the US for 8 years, and I was going through new chapter and transition in my life, and I stumbled upon this place. I was told that it had homey atmosphere and lovely music, and I was invited one night, and it was actually the night of song. And well, I'm an Arab, and we love join in music, and I couldn't help but I don't know, the soul of the place is what captured me. I didn't know anyone, and I asked a couple of friends sitting in the back, Nolan and Jenny, I asked them if I could sit next to them, and I can tell you, I now have so many friends that I consider my community here, and it's also a good point to say that Ireland in general supports Palestinian rights, so that's always a point for me. We are almost erased, and it's really good to know that some people really have our backs in a time where our own fellow Arabs don't. So, yeah, it's another point for Ireland in general. So, thank you, T.C. O'Leary's, and I thank you, Night of Song, and I love all of this. That's it.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was Ruba, and just a testament to the power of community and the power of the quality of connections that happen here. And it's really rooted, I think, in the heart of this man, Tom O'Leary, who is an actor who's he's great crack, but underneath it all, he might seem like a tough guy. He's got a heart of gold, and he's so generous to all of us. So, and Ruba, thank you for sharing that. I really felt that in my heart, so thank you. And please donate if you haven't yet. We have 2,000 more to raise tonight. We've got 40 people watching. We've got maybe 50, 60 people here. If everybody chips in, at that point, maybe Emily O'Sullivan, our math professor watching, can do some calculations. If we have 60 people and $2,000 to raise, how much do we all need to donate to meet our goal? Maybe post it. But while we think about math, we're going to lively up your spirits with some tunes after all those songs. Here's a dear brother and friend of mine called Jacob Greco, and also a great member of this community called Phil Meehan, who's going to do some steps for you as well. And so let's give it up, a warm welcome to Jake, who plays with the lads here, and Phil Meehan.
All right, thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody, for your contributions to our wonderful pub. Yeah, I'll play a few reels for you. And I got my drone going down here. I think hopefully the mic's picking that up, but it's a Shruti box. It's kind of an Indian droning instrument. And I'll couple that with a little Irish flute. We have a couple tunes in the key of F here. I'm not sure what they'll be yet. Give me 1 sec. I got my instrument fell over. Yeah, sure. My Shruti box that I was just mentioning has a little bit of a kickstand. I forgot to kick it out, so thing toppled over. We got Philip coming up here for some tunes. We're gonna play one more first. We didn't exactly have a plan there, but Philip, did you want to dance one more? We can do it. The drones are gonna go because I think it's distracting them. Yeah, I will. All right, well, we're doing our best here. So we'll wrap it up there, yeah?
That's it.
All right. Thanks for having us. It was a lovely time. We'll see you next time.
Jacob Rico and Phil Meehan, everybody.
All right. You get the lads.
All
four of
right.
them.
Am I back? I think I'm back. Okay, great. So there's one thing I want to give a shout out to, and thank you to those of you who have donated. We have about 50 people watching on YouTube, 50 people on Facebook, 10 on YouTube. And we have another like $1,900 to raise tonight, folks. So start to think about, if you already did donate, is there somebody in your life who you could text or call and ask them to donate tonight? We might be having some people matching donations a little bit later tonight as well. But can you give us a big yip if you think we're going to reach our $7,000 goal tonight, people who are here? I think we need a bigger yip, to be honest, to make it a 7,000. One more time for me, a big yip. Okay, I believe. Type I believe in the chat if you believe we're going to make it to $7,000. Type I believe. So I want to give a big shout out to the staff of TC O'Leary's tonight. So if you've been to TC O'Leary's, you know that these people are choosing to work here during a pandemic, and they really are frontline workers, right? They're essential workers. They're serving our community. And so I want to give a shout out to in the kitchen tonight. We have Jamian and Mark. Let's honor Jamian and Mark, cooking food for all of us. And then on the bar staff and table service tonight, we have Matt, Angela, and Stacy. We want to thank you all, Matt, Angela, and Stacy. Thank you for being here. And thank you, everybody, for wearing your masks to keep them safe and to keep us safe. So, really beautiful. Thank you, people who are saying, I believe. Please type, I believe. So, Emily O'Sullivan says, if everybody watching right now donated $30 to $35, boom, we'd have our $7,000 goal. So think about it. Could you go on and donate $30, $35? You would help us meet our goal, help this pub that we love so much do what it needs to do. So we're going to move forward now to a really extraordinary singer who I'm very happy to say is a friend of mine. And her name is Genevieve Galarneau. And she's also driven down from Olympia. As Kelly mentioned, they are housemates. They live together up there. And Genevieve is a scholar, is a singer, is just a really wonderful human being in general, and she has some very special songs to share with you tonight. So I'd appreciate if you have a chance to stop what you're doing and just listen to Genevieve. I think you'll really appreciate what she has to share.
Thank you, Michael, for that lovely introduction. Can you guys hear me? Is this mic on? Yeah?
Can we hear Genevieve? Okay.
We good? Yeah?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here and for all of your support. And I'm going to sing a couple of Sean-nós songs. So Sean-nós means old style. These are old songs in the Irish language. And I'm going to sing a couple of songs that I have not performed before, so bear with me here. The first is called Bandu van Glana, and it's a Munster song from the southwest of Ireland, and it means the dark woman of the glen. Oh, I'm going to get this bit closer. And I got this version from a wonderful Sean-nós singer, Moira Kelleher, her singing. It's just gorgeous. Ta bólam mersliach in Scania biona tiag. O halsa mochial en ocher a shola serishir in skachat shangauen an grien o vatin gatu an chanona nur heikum fein en oen sanat in a mea gmorun shillen om hule tjora Isari ut husnenon nach moran tanas doing gor banduf avu eg favron me Hier ik bar glana shata mograle shalad Isi na forgona nara Sheitor chilam mermatin Dan kavra kansa knasta Imix na fekgebrach me Nile no gana kalka Vlaklia gamala Na sanga du hi vera Nagatain da gatikagana Erakivdana tiasa Eiktnulesh an man du vallen Noragam she feinamak agus tenga clean skach Shalet galuba vo her Mochailin pluragal Goreili shuam harlar Agas mokuig Kate slam biolet A love Morris my Agas grove Morris card Ada seramaidam nasa Is noragam she shoothamak Kailin an green atias Agas konin an galach legragi Is mehedos trakt mo vaira masham na A duils na trilar moch leivshe A coming fat the bun is a cooling cracked la A duils na trilar moch leivshe A love Morris my Gas grove Morris gard Ada seramaidam nasa Is noragam she shoothamak Kailin an green atias A konyin an gralak legragi An daiva da vain marau Jev naf da van jas andan No van gemjoch vile boeki Bena wan im wishi asku suas lem kri Agas benele ori yal shorsha In hogan erla tagatain nach imayek A dereg me alle pose Sta jaiven da vain marau Jev nav da van jasandan She an bandoof An glan a hogan Schnee. And let's see. Maybe we were going to have a couple more singers originally tonight, and we were going to have a singer named Casey who was going to do some Donegal songs. So I normally do Donegal songs, and so I picked all songs from different regions for tonight, but I think I might represent Donegal for the folks that didn't show. So I'm going to sing one of my favorites. This song is called Chucking the Sauda, and it means the summer will come, and it is a tragic love song, like many of these Irish songs. And I got this 10 years ago in Donegal when I was in Glencombe learning some Irish from this wonderful Sean-nós singer and Shanachie, Geraldine Brennock. She's just amazing. Yeah? Okay, great. Chucky ansauru agus fascin fair gus Chucky modular glass war na grú Chucky moruan sharkale bonu on lay agus wille she to and so as le chawi moi is og a churma doling ram is an in sugru le moru ner fall Yalla kwan bin orlu ocean nach hui mai ten nogi a ser without O sploited in erigi mar she tamor she tagleter meis ma vil star Dag shiran wali show me ayanu bron Scan matul and a fakal a click in these mo Vi keher agus fea kueran rang one She's mo wires and vana ku apar Vi blas nemalurhi agus bo bre O shin po si alani at the taliel Quorum sus blighter the mangar Iwa to a match marvi to hara Da dor had the gold to a marvi to hara Gamokash lan galak in a cruag tra Una tia san kaili ni storm mohri Ta meinar dan yero gafos fasi Ta shin o rori agis grau Christ Ach mo alak tan aherin yas glawidi O scarch mare gandoras hal Scarch meri share magragatan Shadur dat dilam nach roshion Nagur lai shire leshan wakaldan O hugh my hair agus hugh merjar Hugh my corky agus balia clia Hugh man while you show we go leplian Ei geri mo storin a windiam mo hial Sinead good of Michael.
Is that it? Okay. Okay, great. Am I on? Am I back? Are we here? If you're here, give a yip. Okay. I think we're still here. I didn't hear you all back there though. Just the one guy. Come on, everyone else back there. I need a yip. Yo, we need a yip from you. Give us a yip. For God's sake. What type of TCR Larry's customer are you? Give us a yip. Okay. It's a well-known thing if you come to TCR Larry's, you know how to give a yip. It's the sort of yip. Maybe if you're watching at home, you might try it. You just go, yip. Yeah, it was because this one day Tom had a couple of too many jars and he got the hiccups. Yeah, but if you ever hear someone give a yip, it means that you're part of the T.C. O'Leary's family. So just give a yip whenever I request tonight. So, folks, I could go on and on all night about how wonderful T.C. O'Leary's is, but I want to invite somebody else from the community, Suzanne Nance, who's been a great member of this community since the beginning, just to say a few words while the next act gets ready. So let's give a welcome to Suzanne Nance to talk about the pub.
Yeah, we're all yipping here. I love the lone yipper. Thanks to everybody who's been tuning in on the web and also joining us here. It's a very special night. I remember when I first came to T.C. O'Leary's, walked in, and actually Michael Steen walked in, and we ended up gathering around the bar and singing until the middle of the night, and I knew that this place was special. And then just listening to Genevieve a moment ago, I was reminded by why we gather together, to listen to a human being sing about love, loss, friendship, poetry, flowers. It's the very core of who we are. And so when I think about T.C. O'Leary's and I think about hitting this goal, raising a little bit more tonight so that we can gather around together, not only tonight, but in the weeks and the months ahead, the year ahead, when things get better, when we're not wearing these things, this is what it's all about. So thank you for gathering with us tonight. Whether you're listening in Seattle, I saw Seattle, in Montana, and people from all over the country. It's so important that we keep coming here, that we keep finding this place, and that we keep showing up and saying, this is important, Genevieve's voice is important, and your voice is important. So thanks for donating. Even if it's $10, it'll feel good. It'll feel good if you can give $30 right now. You're investing in community. You're investing in the human voice and the human spirit. So thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for making the magic happen, and thanks for being you.
That was Suzanne Nance. She's the CEO of All Classical Portland, 89.9 FM. So thank you, Suzanne. And yeah, your donation will go a long way. You know, since they've moved all the waitstaff outside, the truth is that the staff is working 3 times as hard, and they're maybe only making half as much money sometimes on a night. So they're tired like an old night when we have Ethan and Alram. We used to have 100 people in the pub, all drinking and singing together. Now we have 40 people and it's full, and the staff feels like they worked a 100-person night. But the money bank at the end of the night, folks, is not like a 100-person night. So it's a very real thing. And if you care about local businesses, if you care about what Portland is so known for, keep Portland weird, right? Our local businesses. And if you know Tom O'Leary, you know just how weird he is. That's I think it's called slagging, isn't it? Slagging. Okay, great. I got it. My Dublin friends, thank you. I got you. So are we ready? So we're very lucky tonight to have the support of the Mulligan brothers, who have been doing all the filming and sound. They also filmed all the fun videos on the T.C. O'Leary's YouTube channel, which you definitely should subscribe to and check out the really clever videos that they made. And they're going to give us some songs next in their own time. So feel free to, in your own time, give us a song. And they're twins, and I want to say it's Quinn, but then it might be Finley. I'm embarrassed, but they're separate people.
They're very different. One is much brighter than the other.
Tom feels that one of them is brighter than the other. Maybe weigh in the chat which one you think is brighter. No, don't do that. Don't do that in the chat.
Better looking.
But thank you all for tuning in. I'm loving all these yips coming in the chat thread. Thank you for the yips. A little more yips than the back patio gave us, to be honest, but they'll improve. We love you, back patio. We're rooting for you. And I'm just teasing. I love the back patio. So, and Tom has something to say.
Hey, Mike. Just a very quick. Only a short while ago, one of our VVVIPs left Portland and moved to Hawaii. His name is Tom Reed. Tom, you can hear that in the background. You can hear that in the background of the bar. I've just mentioned his name. They didn't know I was going to mention his name. We're all massive fans of Tom. He's an incredible man. Someone who had a very serious battle with cancer and fought it like no man I've ever known. I think he's enjoying himself right now, hopefully with a bottle of Guinness, probably the best he can get out in Hawaii, and a piece of fruit maybe. Anyway, Tom, we miss you. And we hope one day maybe we can get to visit you, and maybe you can come back and visit us here at O'Leary's. I know how generous a man you are and how you continue to be a wonderful, generous man, as I have this Macallan 12-year sherry in front of me that you just bought over the internet for me here. I'll drink it for all of us, lads. Thank you. I'll do what I can for all of us. Anyway, Tom Reed, we love you, and we will see you soon.
All right. Cheers. Thank you, Tom. So we're going to, I want to give a shout out to Andrea Mulligan, who has been our COVID-19 sanitation expert tonight. She is sanitizing all the microphones and equipment in between each artist, and you might not see it on the camera, but we are taking great lengths to make sure people are safe tonight. So let's give a warm welcome to the Mulligan brothers, who are going to sing us some songs, yeah? Let's do it.
Quinn. All right. Well, thanks everyone for being here. I know this place is really important to a lot of folks here. Of course, that's why you're here. How profound. I'm not great at speaking in public, so I'm just gonna sing. These are some of my songs. 2.
Tired and hungry, I scream, where have you been? Gone along rivers of gray, cold as the night. Pale green looking to me, clouding my sight. Years that go by in a dream, gone much too soon. And I know that I did you wrong, and I know that it took me too long to see that you lost track of me. But I know that I loved you so. Move me sweetly, come and find me. What can I do since I lost you? Sleeping in rooms that aren't mine, where have I gone? Down along valleys of gray, older than me, carved out from old chunks of ice, leaving behind oil black soil that will be filling with life. And I know that I won't find you here, and my hands are as solid as stone, and your eyes are still deep forest green. But I know that I loved you so, so much that I can't let you go. Move me sweetly, come and find me. What can I do since I lost you?
Dang, thanks, guys. That's okay. I'm usually the one doing the sound there, but that's okay. I'm sure you're doing great, brother.
I've been too easy living, too easy dreaming, too easy drinking up the nights that passed me by. I've been wandering and aimless, hopeful, feeling heartless, hardness swelling up in me where once a soft heart bled. I've been too tired of sleeping, too tired of screaming, hoping to find out where I really should have been. So I'll sing in the morning, sing in the evening, sing until my bloody lips can save me. I'll sing until I'm short of breath and fall beneath your loving breast. Satisfied and happy, all go easy.
Thanks.
Okay, I guess it's back to me. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna be here for a minute because they have to trade spots because they're just jumping around, and wish you could see what I see. There's some wonderful yipping happening. I appreciate the yipping. Very, very good. All right, he's going through. All right. I wish you could see how inventive and creative this crew has been. This is just incredible. If you're watching online, you know, we have 42 of you watching right now. At the pub, we have TVs stationed in the back, a TV stationed in the snug facing the street, so that everybody can view what's happening on the camera of the stage, and then everybody in the laneway, in the alleyway, can, for the most part, see us, you know. And so, anyways, we'll have some more songs then. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Give us a song. Thank you.
I'm on the camera. Okay. So I'm really bad at live sound, so I kind of butchered my brother's, but, you know, twin rivalry, I guess. This is a song I heard a long time ago, made famous by the great Luke Kelly. On the Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger and I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On a quiet street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passions pledged. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay, for I've loved too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. Whoop, choked there. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her the secret sign
that's known to the artists who have known the gods of sound and stone, and word and tint I did not stint. I gave her poems to say, with her own name there, and her own dark hair, like clouds over fields of May. On Grafton Street, where old ghosts meet, I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly. My reason must allow that I have loved not as I should, a creature made of clay. And as the angel woos, the clay he'd lose his wings at the dawn of day. Karamagats. So this one's also some Luke. I like Luke Kelly a lot. It's less sad, less remorseful. It's about going to Dublin and probably getting pretty lambasted, you know. But yeah. Okay. It's also really hard to sing when you're short of breath because you're nervous. Here it goes. Well, in the merry month of May, now from me home I started, left the girls at tomb, were nearly broken-hearted, saluted father dear, and kissed me darling mother, drank a pint of beer, me tears and grief to smother, off to reap the corn to leave where I was born, caught a stout blackthorn to banish ghosts and goblins, a brand new pair of brogues to rattle over the bogs, and frighten all the dogs on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the ways to Dublin, whack for lolly-da. In Mullingar that night I rested, limbs so weary, started by daylight, next morning blithe and early, took a drop of the pure to keep me heart from sinking, that's the paddy's cure when he's on for drinking. To hear the lassie smile and laughing all the while, hadn't the curious style would set your heart to bubble, and asked me was I hired and wages I required, till I was almost tired of the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the ways to Dublin, whack for lolly-da. In Dublin next arrived, I thought it such a pity to be so soon deprived of view of that fine city, and then I took a stroll all among the quality bundle. It was stolen in a neat locality. Something crossed my mind, no bundle could I find, and when I looked behind, I saw no stick a wobbling, asking after the rogue. It said my connick's brogue wasn't much in vogue on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the ways to Dublin, whack for lolly-da. From there I got away, my spirits never failed, and landed on the quay just as the ship was sailing. Captain at me roared, said that no room had he. When I jumped aboard a cabin found for Paddy, down among the pigs, did some hearty rigs and played some hearty jigs. The water round me bubbling when off Holyhead, I wished myself was dead, or better far instead, on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the ways to Dublin, whack for lolly-da. The boys of Liverpool were when we safely landed, called myself the fool, I couldn't no longer stand it. Blood began to boil, temper I was losing, poor old Aaron's Isle they began abusing. Oh, me so says I, me shillelagh, I let fly, and Galway boys were by, they saw I was a hobbling. With a hello and hooray, they quickly joined the affray, and then they cleared the way for the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the ways to Dublin, whack for lolly-da. I guess also I do just want to say Portland, Oregon is a city of independent businesses, independent people, and we are in crisis right now. We are losing many of the things that makes this city so great. Our venues, every independent venue in Oregon, is independent. Most of our restaurants are independent. This is a start tonight. It's great what you're all doing, who contribute. Please keep your local businesses alive. Go to their websites, see what they're asking for, and help out. We know you're all saving money hanging out inside anyway, so thank you.
Gorgeous. Are you doing something together, though? No. All right, great. So, hi, how's it going? How are you doing out there? Why don't you just leave a comment in the chat on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident you are that we're going to make it to our goal of $7,000, at least $7,000 tonight. Scale of 1 to 10. 1 meaning like you don't believe in this community at all, that we're not going to come together and support O'Leary's, because who needs an Irish pub anyway, right? Or 10 being like you believe in all these people watching, you believe in this community, you believe in all the people at TC O'Leary's right now, random strangers walking by on Alberta Street who might just be hearing my voice in front of Dar es Salaam. Give me a scale of 1 to 10. Moira says a 10. Tamara Warren says 10. Cecily says 11. Oh my gosh, she's turned it up to 11. 100. Jan says, okay, 10. She'll settle for 10, though she thinks it's 100. Well, let's get an update, folks, about where we are in our GoFundMe fundraiser. So you might recall initially our goal was $3,000, and before the event started, we pretty much had raised $3,000. So we upped it to $5,000, and then before the event was half over, we surpassed $5,000. So we've raised it to $7,000. And as of now, folks, we've raised $6,806 for TC O'Leary's Pub. That's less than $200. If everybody watching donated like $1 or like $2 right now, we would meet our goal. So if you haven't donated yet, or if you already did donate, please hop on the GoFundMe link. Hopefully people keep on posting it in the link. Thank you, Siobhan, who's posting it in the chat. We can reach our goal, and what a beautiful time to reach our goal. What a better way to reach our goal of $7,000 and surpassing it than to the sounds of my favorite sound in the world, on Pibra Ullin, the Ullin Pipes, played by Preston Howard. So let's get generous, folks. I want to be able to say after his set is over, and his wife Dylan is going to dance and sing for us as well, that we can all celebrate and have a pint together that we've raised $7,000 for a local business that we love. So Tom's going to say something.
Right, lads. I just had the word from my boss, my wife, Siobhan, who I love dearly. So we're almost at 7. That's way above what we expected, which is fantastic. Anything that goes above 7, if you want to continue with your generosity, anything that goes above 7 will be given directly to the musicians and be given to staff and people who are working so hard to keep going. So keep giving. Keep giving. We'll get our roof. We'll heat the place. And thanks to my good wife and her huge heart, big enough for both of us, I suppose. Yeah. She's a generous, very generous woman. She comes from very good stock. Her father's sitting here. You'll have to get up and say a word. The danger is... Actually, Dick Feeney's going to get up and say a few words. When I say a few words, I mean that's modest. Feeney, Feeney, everyone around the world, Feeney, 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 Feeney.
Well, unaccustomed as I am to make it any kind of utterance of this kind in this kind of venue, but I'd like you to know that this is a grand occasion when we have Michael Steen come here and really turn this place into a cultural center. It's a couple of years ago. I was sitting at home quietly, visiting a couple of French friends who had lived with us at one time. I got a phone call from Tom and said, you got to get up here. There's really this weird guy. He wandered in here with a guitar on his back, this big hat, and he's coming in and he wants to sing songs, so you better get your ear end up here fast. So I came up, and what had happened is that Michael had walked into the corner of the bar, and he didn't know it, but he stuck his head between Suzanne Nance and her husband, Desmond O'Leary, and he looked at one, and then he looked at the other and says, do either one of you like music? Well, Suzanne is the head of 89.9, and Desmond is the director of the Choral Scholars of University College Dublin, a famous troupe in all of Europe. And they said, yeah, we like music. And he said, will you go for a song or two? And so what happened is that he started singing the song. No one knew, of course, the song he was singing. And Desmond says, pull out your cell phone and get this music in front of you, everybody. So, and actually I haven't seen it quite like this since, but close. So Michael come up with some esoteric song, and everybody pulled out their cell phone, and Michael would say, now everybody sing the chorus, and he'd turn, you do the chorus, and you do the, and it was great. And then you turn, here's my two French friends, and he says to them, well, allons enfants de la patrie, and they were floored, and the entire place sang the Marseillaise. And that was the introduction of Michael Steen to this hour of music that we've had all this time. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. Who am I to argue with my beloved elder in this community, Dick Feeney? I can't say if I'd say about 60% of that was true. That was amazing. So I actually asked one other person to speak about how important T.C. O'Leary's is. In case you haven't noticed, there's a lot of love in this pub. There's so much love. It's called Gra, right? It's the Gra. If you have the Gra, type Gra in the chat. That's G-R-A Fada. You put a little fada over the A. That's the Gra. That means love in Irish, folks. So type in the Gra in the chat, and we're gonna have Karen come and speak, who's a beloved regular of T.C. O'Leary's, has been super instrumental in the community in all sorts of ways, especially on the sports side of the house, which is maybe, more important than the music. It's been such a big part of what we've done. This is the Boston Red Sox bar. I mean, they're both all together. So Karen, can you come chat a little bit, and then we'll get to hear Preston Howard play the pipes for you.
Thank you. Hey, yes, go Red Sox.
Go Red Sox.
Yes. Woo! Okay.
If you're a Red Sox fan, type in the chat, go Red Sox.
So Michael asked me to get up and talk about why this pub is important to me, and if anybody's been paying attention for the last couple of hours, I think it's obvious. But I'll just elaborate a little bit. Tom got up some time ago and gave a shout out to our good friend Tom Reed, who's in Hawaii, who recently moved to Hawaii. Hi, Tom. Hi.
Hey, Tom,
this beer that I'm holding actually came courtesy of Tom Reed about a half hour ago. What? I've been saving it because I already had an yes. So that's how close we are. We're just connected by a credit card and an app. And so that's one reason. I mean, my good friend Allison Turner. Allison, woo! She said to me about an hour ago, she said, I'm so glad I walked into this bar 2 years ago. She's from Boston, and it was Game 7 of the World Series in 2018, and she wandered in, brand new to the neighborhood, and wanted to see Game 7 somewhere in a friendly atmosphere. And we met her that night, and we've been friends ever since. I could go on and on. The friendships I've made, and the turn. I almost remember when it happened, when I decided that I could just walk down here any day, any time, without somebody. Just walk into the bar, right? It's that weird moment when it's like, well, you go from like needing to go in with somebody. Who's going to come to the bar with me tonight? And then you just show up. You just show up and walk in. And so when that happened, I knew that I had found a special place. And I was terrified watching COVID wipe out businesses up and down this street, and terrified of what might become of this place. So I have been watching and supporting and waiting on pins and needles for this thing to pass, and to see how Tom and Siobhan would adapt. And
you must be amazed. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
It is amazing. It is amazing. If those people watching could see the crowd here tonight, yeah, I mean, it's different. But anyway, the point is, we're going to get through this. Winter's going to come, and we're going to get through it. It's a tough time for an Irish pub, right? You got to be inside. You got to be warm. You got to be cozy. But we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it work. The fundraising tonight has been phenomenal. Keep it coming. And I think we got more music to come. So anyway, let's hear it for Michael Steen and Preston.
Thank you, Karen. Okay, folks. So as Tom mentioned, anything over $7,000 is going to go to the staff and to the musicians. So let's have a big celebratory cheer and round of applause to welcome Preston Howard Wild, who's going to play the most amazing sound you'll hear, the uilleann pipes, as I announce to you that we've raised $7,106, folks. Let's see if we can make it to $8,000 tonight. $8,000 so we can give our staff bonuses of money. They're working on the front lines, and we can support our local musicians as well. So let's celebrate and enjoy my favorite sound in the world. Preston, take it away, man. So, folks, I forgot to say that joining Preston Howard Wild tonight is his amazing wife, Dylan Wild, who is going to sing you a song. And then after she sings you a song, she's going to dance to her husband's piping. It's a beautiful thing. So, and Tom, do you want to say something? Tom has a mischievous look in his eye. What's going on, Tom?
Well, I just spoke to Karen Pelland there, and she's looking at the numbers. I don't know if anybody else is. I believe there was just a donation for $1,200, and we're now at $8,600, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true. We're going to make it to 10.
We're going to make it to 10, and the musicians may get to eat tonight. I don't know. Maybe buy a new hat for the winter.
Yep.
We're looking. Next month's rent. Things are looking good. Maybe next month's rent.
Yep.
Keep throwing money at us.
If you believe we can make it to $10,000, please type $10,000 in the chat right now. $10,000. Everybody watching, type it in. We're going to make it to $10,000 tonight. Dylan, in your own time, as they say. We need some mic testing. Do you want me to say other nonsense? Keep on yapping away. Just ask my ex. I can yap all night. So we have people saying, woot woot, says Siobhan O'Leary. That is amazing, says Cecily Blackburn. Ryan of the Woods Powell says, Preston, lovely. That was lovely. And then people are realizing that someone donated an anonymous $1,200 donation. If you're watching or here, thank you so much for that generous donation. Your money is going to not only support this pub, but supporting the staff. Let's talk about the staff for a minute, though, because we're going to make it to $10,000. They work. I mean, what's the minimum wage in Oregon, folks, frankly, right? I don't know, honestly, but like, think about what rent is in Portland, and think about what the minimum wage is in Portland. And think about these amazing people working with us tonight who are serving us food, who are bringing us our drinks. They're the heroes of our community. That's all I can say. So if you want to support the heroes of our community, getting more money to survive in these tough times, please donate. Please help us reach $10,000 tonight. Let's see what other comments we have going in. We have Karen saying $10,000. Karen, the other Karen says $10K. Emily O'Sullivan says $10,000. Scott says 10 grand. Cecily says 10 grand. Amy says 10 grand. Brian Kodak says 10 grand. We're going to make it, folks, to 10 grand tonight. Are we good? We're going to go over to a really wonderful human being and a really special part of our community. Dylan Wild is going to sing a song for you. So let's give our attention to Dylan.
Thanks, Michael. So tonight I'm going to sing an Irish lullaby. This is my first song in the Irish language, so forgive me if my pronunciation's not perfect, but it's called Bug Brain, which means soft drop. And which is a drop of whiskey, which in the old days, I guess you would give to your baby if he were crying or fussy or teething. You know, it helps. It helps. And another word you'll hear a lot in this is Sean-nós, which the literal translation is old man, but in this context it means baby, like little man, or because a baby kind of looks like a little old man. So, why not? Bug brain, bug brain, bug brain, dun shandana, bug brain's blaspheme is a hoord dun shandana. Karahala, 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 un shandana. Karahala, sneachasa, is bug brain dun shandana. Of kirka, dun shandana. Of kirka's blema is hoord dun shandana. Karahala, 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 un shandana. Karahala, sneachasa, is bug brain dun shandana. Fiol or, dun shandana. Fiol or is brain soup, is a hoord dun shandana. Karahala, 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 un shandana. Karahalas niachasa is bug braden shandana. Aran or dan shandana. Aran or is brain su is a hur dan shandana. Karahala, karahala, karahala an shandana. Karahala sniachasa is bug braden shandana. Karahala, karahala, karahala an shandana. Karahala sniachasa is bug braden shandana. Thank you. Should I crawl out this way?
Do you want to give it over to me for a second while they get set up? Yeah. So that was Dylan Wild singing Bog Brain. Kurachula, it's sometimes called. I'm glad you sang it because I almost sang it, but then I was like, I shouldn't sing that tonight. And I'm glad that you sang it. So we're going to get the mic set up so we can get Dylan's feet on the steps here. But I want you, if you're watching right now, in the chat, if you could just write one word of what T.C. O'Leary's means to you in one word. Maybe it's community, maybe it's music, maybe it's Guinness, maybe it's whiskey, maybe it's love, maybe it's whatever. Just in one word, write what T.C. O'Leary's means to you in the chat, and I'm going to read them off to you after we hear this great set of tunes from Preston Howard Wild and Dylan Wild here. So how are we doing? Should I move the mic over now? Yeah? Okay. I'm going to move the mic to get Dylan's feet, and please enjoy this set of tunes from my friends. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. So folks, that was amazing. Thank you, Preston. Thank you, Dylan. Good ma'agad acharis. So good. So while they were playing, y'all. Oh, great! In a pint, I'm in heaven. Look at this. Look at this life I'm in. Look at how good my life is. So people have been posting in the comments, and just so you know, if you can't see on camera, Tom O'Leary, our beloved publican, the owner of this pub, the namesake of the pub, TC himself, is standing right here. That's a yip. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thanks for the yip. And I'm going to read to Tom your responses about what this pub means to you. And then Tom's going to respond to all of you in this community. And just to note, before we start doing this, as of now, we've raised $9,056 for TC O'Leary's. So we have less than $1,000 to go.
Hold on, did I say that at 7,000 we'd and then start giving that money?
I think it
away
was
after
8.
7?
I think it was 8.
I think it was 8. I think it was 8.
This
is for your tears. Thank you for the.
Yeah. So we're over 9,000. I think we can.
That was a joke, by the way.
Yeah, it was a joke. I'm going to read to Tom now what you all wrote about what his pub means to you, so he can hear it. Because it's important that Tom hears it, because he's the heart of this place, and that he understands what his vision has meant to all of you. And as you hear these words, think about how important those words are, and maybe that you might want to donate another little bit, maybe $5, like Suzanne said, or $10, or maybe you go for the $30. So let's just think about that. And I'm going to read this to you. So people are saying, the pub is love. People are saying home, heart, family, magical, comfort, community, fellowship, collective home, community, a link to my childhood home, community, hearth. Tom Reed says poo. Thank you for that, Tom Reed.
I think that was the reaction we wanted. That's a different kind of tear.
Your brother,
Lord.
your brother is it? Tony O'Leary says,
Yes.
Good morning from Dublin. Hope you're
Jesus
keeping well.
Christ, he's still awake.
It's about 5:22 in the morning in Dublin.
mother of
Tony,
God's hope.
Tony, what are you doing?
Tony, is there any chance that you could get?
Hold on. There's a little more, Tom. There's a little more.
Sorry, I'm jumping in.
We have friendship, community, aspiration, music, Tatoes. It's true. One of the few places in the entire state of Oregon where you can purchase Tatoes.
Yes.
Probably the only, actually. Ireland, hope. And I would add to that, ancestors. So, Tom, you've heard these words from your community. What do you have to say for yourself? Look at what you've done, man. Look at what you've done.
Well, that's just wonderful to hear all of those words.
You can take your mask off, Tom.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's like I've revealed my ankles when I take this off now. I don't know if anybody feels the same way anymore, but it's like I'm showing a little part of me that I don't show very many people anymore. Yes, I think that's it. That makes sense. That's a Portland tradition, I think, isn't it?
It helped pay the rent.
Yes, it would. It would. Yeah. Yes, that's a new T-shirt. It's a new T-shirt. Marry the ankles.
Go on now, Tom. Go on.
Try and get to the point.
Go on.
Well, in hearing all these words, it brings me right back to when Siobhan and I would walk around the neighborhood and think about what we would want, what kind of business we would want to build. And when it came to our investors and having to sit down and try and convince people what we were trying to do in opening an Irish bar, it's actually quite hard to quantify what it is that makes a real Irish bar. It's very easy to look at other Irish bars and go, well, they do certain things, and that is a quality. It's not exactly the quality we're looking for. It was hard to nail it down, is what I'm trying to say. And actually, in hearing the words that Michael read, is an answer to our question: what is an Irish bar? It is a place of love, real love, for people. Are you clicking fingers because I have to hurry up? This feels like a speech from the Oscars. Was that? Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go? I'm waiting for the Oscar. Come on, lads, turn it over. Jesus, the love thing, Tom. Get over that. Yeah. But the funny thing is, for an Irishman, it's very hard to take a compliment. So when you hear these kind of things and they're read to you, it's just not in my nature to take it seriously. So, but honestly, all of that answers the question: what are we doing here at TC O'Leary's? We're hopefully building a wonderful environment, a safe environment, as Karen was saying. It's a place that a person can come to and enjoy by themselves and feel safe. It's an environment where customers can find new friends, where customers can support any baseball team they like, but realize that the Boston Red Sox are the best team in MLB, and may, if they wish, become a Boston Red Sox follower. Do you say follower? You say follower, fan? You're not. Yeah, you don't watch sports ball. Okay. So yes, thank you so much. It is about love. It is about the community. But for us, I think at this point, 4 years in, Siobhan and I are literally on the surfboard riding the wave of love and generosity. One of the reasons why we're still here, and I won't get emotional, is because I've had so many people during COVID meet me at the front door and say, "You're not closing your doors. You're not closing your doors." And that means everything. And we're not. So, there. So there. We're not. But it is thanks to everyone around us. It's thanks to everyone around us that have done that. So,
thank
great.
You, Tom.
The tears
Love
came.
You.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Tom. And Tom Reed has clarified. He says poo as in Winnie the Pooh, not poo like excrement. So we've clarified this. Karen says friends. Tamara says a connection to ancestry. T.C. O'Leary's itself says heritage. Amy says the family you choose. So that was really beautiful, Tom. Thank you. And so if you're feeling some emotion from that right now, think about how that made you feel. Seeing this beautiful man talk about how much his pub means to all of you and what you showing up to support him has meant to you. Do you think we can make it to $10,000 tonight? Yeah? I think we can make it to $10,000 because guess what? That money's going to go to this staff, and that means that this staff who's serving all of us is going to have more money in their bank account. They're going to feel more, their nervous system is just going to feel more relaxed because they have more money, right? Who here is a month away from like being on the street, honestly, in the United States of America right now? It's real. Right? Who here doesn't have health care, right? Look at all the things. If we make $10,000 tonight, we can give money to the amazing people working at the pub so they can serve us and be happier, give even better service, create an even better experience because they're not worrying about the things that we're all worrying about as Americans right now because of what's going on, yeah? So thank you so much for your generosity. We're going to reach $10,000 tonight, and we're going to hear some poetry, actually. So we're going to hear some poetry from Phil Meehan, who's going to come to this microphone to read some poems. And this is a great man in this community, Phil Meehan, who danced for you earlier to Jake's flute playing. He's a great poet, and he's going to read you some poetry now. So I'm going to hand it over to Phil. All right. And let's enjoy poetry time with Phil Meehan, yeah? Yes, okay, very good.
Thank you. Yo.
He's also very serious and not funny at all, so be careful with him, yeah.
This last February before COVID, I got my last haircut. I've been doing my own since then. But the beautician said, "Can I trim your eyebrows for you?" I says, "Yes." And he says, "Yes, we call it manscaping." And so I went back and Googled it and wrote this poem. Manscaping after 70. The beard hides the jawline, razor, balls a thinning scalp. Baggy pants tames the belly, baggy shirt tames the belly, skinny jeans distract. Wear a hat and snazzy shoes and dance like no tomorrow. Yes, gray is golden given time and maturity's no crime. It's not as if you don't care when leisure suit, a dressing gown, scarf, and slippers will suffice. Someone says you're looking nice. For a while, you see a man, then prepare the coffin. It's too late to shave and add 2 inches to your ego, or sculpt epaulets from your gravely sloping shoulders. For now, eyebrows grow unruly, electric hair flares off your ears, toenails become talons to shred the cotton shroud and sheet. When morning becomes maddening in the mirror, accept it. Forget the gym when walking to the store is all you can achieve. Love all and when and how you can, and do not grieve. This poem I'm going to try to dance. I didn't plan it. Okay, no, it's all right. It's not going to be serious. It's a poem at the end of summer for Pegasus. I once thought a car was all you needed. Then deep down realized all a woman wanted was a pony, a horse with wings. So I pranced as if. Soon a rodeo queen was in my saddle. What a ride! The parade down Main Street. The Olympics steeplechase. Dressage. But now, out to pasture with failing gait, allergic to the very oats that fed me. I count my life in hoof prints. So many springs. God, I got lucky. Lucky still to outlive usefulness. So many stars lit my way. Taurus, Gemini, but enough of May. I'm all October in the northern sky. Yeah.
That's just amazing. You know, Phil is a great one for loaning you books. He's loaned me so many books over the years. Such a generous, lovely man. I love you, Phil. Meehan. So, listen, folks. We're at $9,300. We only have a couple more shares left of the night. We have like 30 minutes left. Could you call someone, maybe? Maybe you could call someone and see if they'll donate. I'm just going to go for it and go for a call right now, live. I'm going to call my friend Sean Fournette. Speakerphone. He's a dear friend of mine. Well, he might be with his girlfriend, but close to the mic. Yeah.
Michael, what's up?
Hey, Sean. You're live on the TC O'Leary's live stream fundraiser.
I am.
Yeah. Hey, Sean. So guess what? First, our goal was to raise $3,000. Then we beat that, and then our goal was to raise $5,000. Then we beat that. Then our goal was to raise $7,000, and we beat that. So now our goal is to raise $10,000. And we're at, where are we at, according to the Facebook chat? We're at $9,300. And, you know, you and I, we actually both work for the same company, actually. And I'm wondering if you would be willing to make a donation that then I would match the donation to help us reach our goal. It,
Who just said hi? Who was that in the background?
I think that was Suzanne Nance who said hi to you. Yeah, yeah. So Suzanne Nance says hi from 89.9 Classical Portland. But
Say hi again for $100.
yeah. So we're wondering, Sean Fournette, will you donate $100 because we're modeling to the community that you can just pick up the phone and call someone and ask, and they could donate. What do you say?
AKA lots of pressure. Yeah, of course.
All right. We got $100 more. If you tune in to the Facebook live stream, you'll see the GoFundMe link. Donate $100, and I will match that with my own $100 from my own bleeding bank account. Thank you very much. And folks, then that will bring us to $9,500, just $500 more to $10,000. So with that being said, thank you, Sean, by the way. I love you, and we should catch up about that thing we were going to talk about. Yeah. Okay, Sean, I love you. Thanks so much for donating.
Yeah, love you too.
All right, love you. Bye-bye. Okay. So, folks, it's as easy as that. All you have to do is call your friend, and they'll donate $100. If everybody here, there's like 30 of us, if we all called our friend and they all donated $100, that's like another $3,000, y'all. Think about it. Think about it. Get on your phones. Make a phone call. Send a text message. Abundance is real, as my New Age friends would say. So, yeah. So, okay. So, one of our singers tonight can't make it. So we actually asked a regular of the Ekin and Nauron event, someone who I love very much, Nolan Bell. If Nolan, who's a regular of my event, would come and sing a song for you. This is impromptu. I'm so grateful for Nolan and his wife Jen. They've been so loyal and supportive of my event. And we're wondering if Nolan would come and sing us a song. He's a great singer. So here's Nolan. And I hope you're all calling a friend to get a donation because we need you. And you think I'm joking, but like I don't see anybody with their phones out right now in this alleyway. Like, oh, they're texting. They're texting politely. Okay, very good. So here's Nolan Bell for you with something. A song maybe. A song? Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Song's all I can do. So, all right. And I've been part of my tribute to this. We came about a year. It's almost 2 years now that we've been attending. And enjoying this very much and making this another part of our own, what we refer to as our shalom, our community, our extended group. Lovely. And so, thank you. It's very easy when the circumstances are right, like they are here. So one of the offshoots of that was MacDarry Yates from Dublin came over, and he's a friend of Michael's, and that's how I met him. And he was here, and he sang, and then he started doing some online classes during the quarantine. And the first one he went through, it was 4 weeks, all online, went through by region and did a lot of discussion, but his songs about that. And he started up a new class now. We just finished the second session, and it's on topic by theme. So they've been very good. If you don't know Dara Yates, he's very informative, very knowledgeable on Irish music, and an accomplished singer in and of his own right. So there was one he shared in this most recent.
He's been my best friend through the whole pandemic.
Oh, awesome.
We've just been WhatsApp
Yeah,
all the time.
I bet. And so there's one he shared, and it was in this new one when the topic was drinking. So of course I gravitated right towards that, and it's he said it's a bit more of the traditional, less than the commercial, which I normally sing, but from the northern part of Ireland, and the great Cathal McConnell, called "There's the Day." So I have not sung this one yet, so this is a new one for me. So I've got the lyrics. However, there is a group chorus that y'all can join in on. Okay. The song itself is a debate, a spirited debate between the patrons of a bar and the publican who is just trying to go to bed, and everyone else is staying up drinking. And it's a night like this where the moon is very bright and the light is coming in, and it's a full moon, in fact, and the patrons are saying, we can stay here drinking because it's not daytime yet. And because the light is coming in so strong, and the publican is like, no, that's just the moon. And so it's this debate back and forth. So it's a song called There's the Day. And once I go through the chorus once, it comes up several times. So I encourage you all just to chime right in, because it's very, very straightforward.
Go on, Nolan. Go on.
A fitful sleep the landlord had, midden and chatting not of his choosing, his daughter till the morning light, abusing those who sat there boozing. Well, there's the day, it's not the day, it is the day, the night is over. It's not the day, whate'er you say, and it's only the moon to guide the rover. Come, landlord, join us in the snug, all drowsy thoughts a slumber scorning. There's not one drop in jar nor jug that we won't drain before the morning. Well, there's the day, it's not the day, it is the day, the night is over. It's not the day, whate'er you say, and it's only the moon to guide the rover. I'll stay in bed, the landlord said, for if I'll get up, you'll go out quicker. So drink your fill of swipes and swill, but not one drop of my good liquor. Well, there's the day, it's not the day, it is the day, the night is over. It's not the day, whate'er you say, and it's only the moon to guide the rover. This tavern has my socks and shoes, the landlord has my coat and breeches. By morning I've no more to lose, I'll go and snooze amongst the ditches. Well, there's the day, it's not the day, it is the day, the night is over. It's not the day, whate'er you say, and it's only the moon to guide the rover. But I've money left to treat a friend. Here's my last guinea upon the table. Let's tilt the barrel on its end, and let's be drinking whilst we're able. Well, there's the day, it's not the day. There's the day, the night is over. It's not the day, whate'er you say, and it's only the moon to guide the rover. Sláinte.
That was Nolan Bell, everybody. And that was totally impromptu. I just asked him 15 minutes ago to sing a song, and then he sang a song from my dear friend Mukhtar Yates on the north side of Dublin. That makes me very happy. And Nolan, you know he's going to see that, and he's going to be tickled to his heart to know that you sang the song that he taught you. So just incredible. Incredible stuff. So shall we check in? It's a very Portland thing to ask. Let's check in. Let's have a check-in. Be you. Hey, I'm from Michigan. Tom. Michigan people don't check in. Portland people, we check in. We share. Abundance is real. Hashtag abundance is real. So I'm getting an update here from our team of mathematicians who've been calculating everything. We have a whole team back here. We've currently raised, folks, and remember, our initial goal was $3,000. We've currently raised $9,547. So what's that like? That's like $450 left. There are 30 people watching on Facebook, probably 2 people watching on YouTube, and there are probably like 20 of us here. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. If we all donated, I mean, where's Emily O'Sullivan when we need her to calculate this? I'm a couple jars in, but if we all donated probably $10-20, we'd probably make it, yeah? Is anyone willing to just take their phone out right now? And I'm talking to all of you here. Is anyone willing to take it out right now and just donate straight away? Is anyone willing to? We made Suzanne Nance grab her beautiful purse, folks. She picked up that purse. Yep. And here's Jami, and Jami, we love you. Do you want to say hi? Hey, did you want to come and say hi on the camera? No. Okay, great. That was Jami, and he's the best cook. He's great. He cooks all the food here. So, anyways, I'm making a bit of a fool of myself. Not at all, says Tom, but you should see Tom. So, so, what if Tom here is going to do a bit of buffoonery for you? If Tom were to do a little bit of a pantomime for you, would anyone here be willing to donate a little bit if Tom were to act as if he were singing? Could I get a raise of hands? Anyone? Anyone at all? Okay, a couple people said yes. So Tom, I've been bugging Tom to sing for years on this event.
Can we pay for him not to sing?
You might not hear that, but a very grumpy old man just said something aloud. But anyways, I'm going to sing, but Tom is going to act as if he's singing for you on camera. So Mulligan Brothers, can we arrange this that the camera's on Tom? And he's doing this, folks, so that you donate, so we can reach our goal. In fact, donate money to get Tom to stop. We're trying to stop Tom O'Leary. So this is a song that comes from his own home city of Dublin. Uh-oh. Can someone save that thing that just fell over, maybe? Okay, grab the expensive part. Are you ready for your close-up, Tom? Okay, so we're doing this. We're doing this so that you donate more. This is the only reason why we would ever let Tom do such a thing. Okay. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first laid my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, and she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger. Shout out to all the fishmongers watching. And sure was no wonder, for her father and mother were fishmongers too. And they wheeled their wheelbarrows through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, but no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. And her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Everybody, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Thank you. That was Tom O'Leary. I have to say that was the first handshake I've done in 7 months right there. So anyway, hand standing, anybody. Where's Andrea, our COVID-19 safety crew? So anyways, that was what we would call great crack. That was some crack. I'm not going to go there. So, what about something more refined after that buffoonery? What about a poem? What about one last poem from Marie, who's a regular of this pub, a beloved member of this community? Let's check on our status here. We're at $9,547, folks. So we have like $450 left, and we have about 10 minutes left. So I'm wondering if you might get generous. You might call up your friend. You might text your mom. You might text your rich uncle and just say, give us a donation, would you? Give us a donation. So $450, folks. How many people are watching? Tell me on the iPad there, man. It fell. 29 people watching. If all 29 of you donated, $10, and then everybody here donated $5, we'd reach our goal of $10,000. So let's listen to something to cleanse the palate after that maybe less savory thing that just occurred, which I was a part of. I'll be responsible for that. Let's hear Marie read us a poem, and she can tell you more about it. And we're going to sanitize the mic, yeah.
Got me. Hi there. This is poetry by Nuala Nidano, and she is a contemporary woman poet, and we fell in love with her poetry a year ago when the
Literary Society.
The Irish Literary Society, held here every Tuesday, did a small poetry section. So she writes in Irish and then she translates into English, so we get both of the languages. And Tom is reading the Irish and I'm reading the English. And this is called Monk. Want to start?
Lovely. Tusa neve Antonia, na chéile dé suja a carrig, ar scalig Michael, Cunín fear mo crisha, an faraga is an gauv, to the lava an fuishka.
You are Saint Anthony, or some other saint, sitting in your rocky hermitage. You make the sign of the cross. Wind and sea no longer toss. Your hands are full of larks.
Misha, temptation. Och nien tu me. Ironta is over. Ironta is now niv me. Erim kuntanya. Ilar an le glehilgli. Sol shima green on olgort.
I am temptation. You know me. Sometimes I'm Eve, sometimes the snake. I slide into your reverie in the middle of brightest day. I shine like the sun in an orchard.
Is ní condig harte irum gachlá, ach conde brohe, fui las pelte grá, leim groski flochas, de grim drohid skache, fui diara dum trial rivort, a opstal on monja.
But it's not to torment you. Every day I rise, but to drown you in love's delights. I'm a dead hero leaping from the edge of the bridge of fear. That's the only reason I haunt you, my monk, my apostle, my priest.
Lovely. Thank you, Marie. Yeah, really valuable member of the community participating. And shall we get that book up on the close-up if anybody wants to pick up some wonderful poetry by a female Irish poet? Move my fingers. Sorry. Okay. Can you say your name, Marie, for us, maybe? I can't see it.
I'll say it because I know it very well. Nuala Nidano.
All right, very good. So, folks, let's give a check-in on our fundraising goals here. I'm going to do a refresher on my iPhone here. So it seems, my friends, that we are at $9,672. Granted, we started at $3,000, yeah. So maybe some people called up their own version of Sean. We appreciate you for whoever called up Sean in your own life. Thanks, Sean, for that. And actually, Sean, I don't know if he donated yet, so we might have another 100. I just donated 100 myself, actually, during the poem, with all respect to the poet and everything. So where'd my set list go anyway? Let's see. Let's see what's happening here. So I think I'll give us a couple of songs maybe to close the night. Oh, someone's commenting that we actually have 9,872 donated.
Oh, really?
I don't know where.
Are we there? Karen, are we at 9.8?
We have less than $200 left, according to someone. So why don't we believe them? Well, it's actually your wife, so.
If it was my wife, I'd believe her, yeah.
Oh, right. So we're apparently at 9,872. I'm seeing 9,672, but okay. Anyways, folks, we've actually surpassed our goal. We're at $10,545. $10,545 for this amazing community. So I'm gonna sing a song for you all to say thank you, and then we'll close out the night. Thank you for watching. I think it's nearly 10. If it's almost 10, we're supposed to go to 10, so just 5 more minutes. Do we need to thank Slane Whiskey or anything?
We do need to. Slane have been fantastic this evening.
No one can hear you, Tom, unless you're here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think I'd know that by now?
No, you wouldn't.
No, I'm not. I'm just not that bright.
No, you are. Okay, just give some thank yous, and then we'll sing a good night song.
Great. We do need to. Well, if everybody's in and nobody else wants to buy a drink in the last 5 minutes, you can still buy a shot of Slane. It's last call. It's very last call. If anybody wants a shot of Slane, you'll still get a raffle ticket. We're closing at 10 o'clock.
Is it half price?
It is not. It is not. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to run a business. Have you no respect?
Steady, Tom, steady.
Mother of divine. She is at half price.
Okay.
Mother of divine. So, right.
Yeah.
So let me say thank you.
Last thank yous, yeah.
Yes. My biggest thank you is to this man. I've said it earlier. Michael's an enormous part of the success of this bar. And again, when I came to him and said, because we're waiting on bated breath for Ethan O'Halloran to return to O'Leary's, we love it so much, and it's such an important part to this community, to the Navajo community, to the African American community, and to the music community, obviously. So when Michael was so quick to turn around and say, let's contribute to the bar itself, let's winterize it so that musicians can play here right through the winter, all the way through spring, back to the sunshine of next year. What a wonderful idea, and look what we've done.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tom. Love you, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. That's
Thank you
good.
so much.
Thank you
so
Tom.
much.
Love you.
Wonderful.
Yes, folks. So
right.
Let's have a good night song, yeah?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Will you have a little whiskey in your hand?
I'll have a
if I
little
go
whiskey
get-
in my hand if you get it for me.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Holy moly, though. $10,545. I'm just going to give a shout out to our viewership on Facebook, though, who've been really supporting us. I'm going to see what they're saying real quick. Cecily says, well done, everyone. Moira says, amazing. Emily says, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you, Emily. Lyndon says, born in Bellevue, Michigan. I'm an Oregonian since 4. So, T.C. O'Leary says, hashtag abundance is real. Isn't it, though? Isn't it, though? So, holy wow. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Gurma Agat. So, let's sing a goodnight song, and I'll teach y'all the kurfa, or the chorus of this song. And It's a song about being together. I know we might have to be 6 feet apart sometimes. We might have to be far away. In fact, I want to give a shout out though to my friends Nick and Emily who are here. So right, I met Nick and Emily here on St. Patrick's Day maybe 2 years ago. And guess what? They're now engaged to be married. So congratulations to you. We love you. You're an important part of this community too. So this is a song called Happy Are We All Together. And it's a very sweet song to sing. And the chorus goes like this. Happy are we all together. Happy are we one and all. May we lead a life of pleasure. May we rise and never fall. If you're watching at home and here, shall we all try it together maybe? Yeah? Happy are we all together. Happy are we one and all. May we lead a life of pleasure. May we rise and never fall. Times are hard, we have no fortune, but good health we have in store. This to us is more important than any wealth or worldly store. Oh, happy are we all together. Happy are we one and all. May we lead a life of pleasure. May we rise and never fall. Though how humble is our dwelling, hardships we have shared a few. Happy the day of our meeting, you to me and me to you. Oh, happy are we all together. Happy are we one and all. May we lead a life of pleasure. May we rise and never fall. See the miser with his riches, watching o'er with cautious eye. We'll have fun and social pleasure, and spend our time in harmony. Oh, happy are we all together. Happy are we one and all. May we lead a life of pleasure. May we rise and never fall. Last verse. Friendship makes the heart grow fonder. Friendship makes us all unite. Friendship brings us all together. 'Twas friendship brought us here tonight. Oh, happy are we all together. Happy are we one and all. May we lead a life of pleasure. May we rise and never. Happy are we all together. Happy are we one and all. May we lead a life of pleasure. May we rise and never fall. Sláinte. Cheers. Thank you, everybody watching. Thank you so much. Carol says, Ichawa, Ichawa, Gurama Agat. So beautiful. We're going to keep hanging out and having fun here, but we're going to turn off the live stream but thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We love you. Thank you. Keep going. Keep it up. I know it's hard right now. I know there's so much going on in our world, but you're not alone. We believe in you. You have a community of people who care about you. So please, I love you. Keep going. I love you. Keep